Hi, welcome to Nappy Fusion. My name is Black
Yeah,
C,
yeah, yeah.
and I'm the host of Nappy Fusion with my fellow panel members, Jamil and JB. JB couldn't join us today, but so it'll be me and Jamil today, discussing the various topics. Um, so basically, Nappy Fusion is a podcast, about the African continent. We'll be discussing various topics, about Africa and issues affecting Africa. Our focus will be mainly brain drain. You know, um, it's quite obvious that, myself and Jamil, we are both Africans and, we love the motherland so much, so we wish to see it flourish. So, that's why we're trying to focus more on that concept. So basically, we'll be meeting weekly, to discuss pressing issues affecting Africa, and we hope to do this while having fun, at the same time. This is the maiden edition of the podcast. And so today we're going to start off with brain drain, the topic. And for those who are not familiar with the term, it refers to, the emigration of highly skilled individuals, from their home countries to seek better opportunities abroad. And in Africa, this phenomenon has significant implications for the economic development, healthcare, and education of the population. So, Jamil and I today will be delving into the topic, be discussing it, see, some ideas we can come up with, so Jamil, what's up? What's going on, man?
I'm good. Steve. Good. Good. How have you been yourself?
Yeah, man, so Charlie, brain drain is something that is, really bothering Africa. But before we start, I have this question I want to ask you. So write it down somewhere and we'll try and get the answer, at the end of the show.
Yeah.
So today's question is going to be which country was the last African country to gain its independence from Europe?
Mm.
So think about it, man. Yeah, think about it. I'm going to ask it again.
Yeah.
Which country was the last African country to gain its independence from Europe?
Independence.
Do you want the answers?
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, let me give you a
Go
possible
for
answer.
it.
The first
Yeah,
one
yeah.
is Nigeria.
Mm.
Second one is Ethiopia. Third one is Namibia. And the last one is Mali. So you would think
The last
about
one.
it. What did you say?
The last one is
Mali.
Mali. Mali. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Sure.
Yeah, yeah. So Charlie, think about it. And, as the show goes
Yeah.
on, we will come back to it and try and figure out the answer. So, I'm going to go straight to the point. So, Charlie, what do you think are some of the, issues, making brothers and sisters leave the continent and travel outside, to find better jobs, Charlie? Why can't, the African leaders themselves provide the jobs and make it happen in Africa?
Basically, it's lack of opportunity. Basically,
Hmm.
because yeah. I mean, there are a few um, Africans who
Charlie,
left the
your
shores of
sound
the
is a bit
continent.
low.
There are a few Africans that left the shores of the continent.
Hmm.
You know,
Okay.
yeah. Am I better now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There are a few Africans who left the shores of the continent and you know, um, um, immigrated to Europe and then to the Americas, and probably went to school. Maybe some didn't go to school, some did, and then the opportunities that were open to them, and obviously they took advantage of those opportunities and made something of themselves. And they come back to Africa and tell their peers that, oh, this is what I've been able to do. Or even without telling their peers over here watch what those about there have been able to do for their families here. And it becomes a source of motivation. And they also take off and then go to these other countries and then make use of those opportunities. Basically, structures are not in place to enhance so many industries. We have so much opportunity, but we have so much. What's the word? We have so much. We can be so much more, but there's the incentives are not here to help push anyone or to push a lot of people to, become, or should I say, be the best of themselves. So where the opportunities lie elsewhere, they just try and move to those other countries and then make use of those opportunities the best way they can and try and help their families out. Everybody wants to help their families.
Charlie, it's crazy because, but if you think about it too, like if we all leave Africa and we travel outside, who's gonna stay in Africa? Then nobody will left in Africa. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, but then
somebody has to stay and make it better, because if we all decide to say, Charlie, it's not going well, let's go. Then we all leave, then Africa will be empty, Charlie. It'll be bad.
Yeah, I mean, but usually you can just tell it's like the youth leave and they try to make their parents and aunties and uncles over here comfortable. Then they come, they go to school, they work, and then they come and retire here. So eventually this place becomes like a retirement zone,
So you are saying that, Charlie, Africa is more like a retirement place now. People go outside, work hard, get the money, come back and retire.
Yeah, exactly. They come for holidays and then they eventually come and retire.
Even some people, they don't come till they die. They bring their bodies. So funeral home.
Yeah. Some people also just die, unfortunately, and then they don't really come back. Or some of them are lucky enough. I wouldn't say they are lucky, but their bodies are brought back. And I think our governments over here, governments of this continent should have, sure they have picked up on these things and then they are aware of these things happening. But I think also these governments are busy filling up their pockets. They don't really care much of what is happening, what they are losing. They're not paying much attention to this. So these things are just going to, I don't know, is it going to get to a point, the youth will just leave and then come back for holidays and then just, it's already happening. December to remember. They just come, party, and then they go back, and then slowly build their homes. When they retire, they just come and relax. Maybe it's an amount of money which they made, and then we shouldn't be. We should be aspiring to more. I mean, there's more to this continent than just coming to a party and building retirement homes.
But it's sad though. It's sad that that is going on, because it's like the leaders are not doing their best, so there are no jobs, there are no opportunities. There's no, even if you have an idea, you don't really get any financial assistance to implement that idea, so
Yeah.
Charlie, more boys are, leaving. I don't blame them, but at the same time too, is there anything we can do? Because I think there has to be something needs to be done for people to start, changing that whole, we are all living outside, and and decide to stay in the motherland. And because if everybody with a good idea, in a smart mind, decides to leave the continent, then Charlie, there'll be nobody left to, make things happen. And the continent will continue, it will be a cycle, back to back to back. People will come, people, when they get to a certain point, they say, okay, then I'm out. Then Charlie, Africa will just be a wasteland. What do you think?
Yeah. You see, I just feel like the leaders of the countries on this continent they need to sit up and then make the right choices, do the hard work. You know, recently I stand to be corrected, but the new president of Senegal, you can just tell, you know, the young guy who won the president, you can just tell from the news that's coming out of Senegal, you know, he's making big changes. You know, the small changes that he's making, you can just tell the citizens of the country comes first. You know, the way he's trying to bring down cost of living, you know, you know, there are some small changes that take place. You know, the government is trying to do something, and then has the citizens at heart. You know, but then if there are price hikes everywhere, people aren't able to get by. You know, the bare minimum isn't given to the average citizen. Everybody's struggling. Lights are going off. The youth gets frustrated. Not only the youth, everybody gets frustrated. Businessmen, the youth, everybody else gets. So once you get frustrated, they start looking for alternatives, and then alternatives. I mean, for the bare minimum, I'm sure you can get to a lot of European countries and the Americas, and then you will actually probably just get the best. You get stable electricity. You know, you get some job to do that will give you some, even though it may be peanuts, you still get some job to do. You know, people are able to do some things for themselves, you know, and then based on that, they can those things can be stepping stones, you know, and then the person's drive and the person's hard work places the person to, I mean, at whatever pedestal the person is able to achieve due to their hard work. But then here, people are struggling. For instance, people are struggling to.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think that African leaders, you know, care enough to make changes, you know, so that all the talent and, you know, all the technicians, you know, will stop leaving? I mean, do they care? Are they worried about the situation? What do you think?
Looking at what people go through, I don't think they care enough. They don't.
Okay.
They don't, because
Okay, so sorry, a follow-up question. Why don't they care?
Because everybody just comes in and they stuff their pockets and they leave. It's about getting rich. It's the fastest way to get rich.
That's true, Charlie.
Yeah, it's the fastest way to get rich. It's you come in, you fill your pockets, and then you leave. It's easier than trying to run a business and then probably failing, and then, you know,
easy money.
Best to get back up on your feet and everything, and then grinding. If you can come and you can get percentages from contracts and everything, and then you start building money in your bank accounts, and you're making millions of dollars. And these days, even the people in power don't even keep their money in their banks.
Charlie, I won't waste much of your time today. We'll you know, get into more detail about this topic, you know, next time we meet. But, you know, do you have the answer to the question at the beginning?
Yeah, you said the last country to
gain independence in Africa. What is it?
You said Nigeria.
So the possible answers were Nigeria, Ethiopia, Namibia, and Mali. So Nigeria, which one do you think is the answer?
I think Nigeria earned their independence just around the time Ghana did. Ethiopia wasn't colonized, so I don't think they are part of this. Namibia and Mali. I think I'll go for Mali.
Well, you tried, but Charlie, it's not Mali, it's Namibia.
Namibia.
Yeah.
Ah, damn.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
Namibia. What year?
So Namibia, they gained their independence on March 21st, 1990. You know,
1990.
so
Oh,
yeah, that makes it the last African country to gain independence from colonial rule.
I see.
Yeah.
Namibia. I hear it's a lovely country to visit.
Oh yeah. Charlie, do you have any progress for us today?
Proverbs. Yeah. I got one.
Okay. Let's hear
I
it.
got one African proverb. And then, so I'll say, I think it's in tree. I'll say
that's
it in
fine.
tree. And then I'll give the meaning and everything in English. So this is a Ghanaian proverb. And it goes like this. Wotu edrubonia ebikawano.
Okay, so what does it mean?
Yeah, so literally it means when you poison others, some touches your mouth. Or you can also say when you throw poison or bad medicine, eventually you still get touched by some on your mouth. So you should be careful what kind of poison or whatever bad thing you threw out.
So eventually it will come back to you, right?
Yeah, it will come back to you. And that's an Akan. It's an Akan proverb.
All right, guys. So this is all the time we have for today. We're on the topic of brain drain. We'll continue to discuss it, in the coming episodes. Thanks for joining us. I know it's a short one, but this is our maiden episode, so there are more interesting things coming up. Thanks for joining us, and I hope to see you on the next one. Have a good one.
Yeah, subscribe,
Charlie. Subscribe. Yep.
Yeah, subscribe.
All right, Jamil. Charlie, we'll talk.
Sure. All right.